bastard is now so big that it's sucked all the life in the universe into itself. I think that it's most likely is that, but we'll never give up, Bugsaps. This resistance will never die. And one day, we will again be free. Free from these technological chains, free to choose our own futures, free to live our own lives, free to waste our time watching people bake cakes and dance badly again. Those were the days. Before we go, time for a quick bug off. I'm going to nominate this week Sky Larson here at The Bug. We are all in favour of strong, powerful women. And in many ways, Sky is the ultimate feminist icon, proving that women can be just as abominably awful things as I mean, overall, Alice, I think we're still ahead of men, but you lot are catching up. Fair play.
You're listening to The Bug.
May cause nausea, vomiting and headaches. You're listening to The Bug, the Resistance comedy show brought to you by the Buccaneer Network. I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice.
I'm excited to be here. Apparently, the Resistance is not going well.
Again? Well, there has been some news about DedSec, the Resistance and/or terrorist organisation, delete according to preference. Not preference, sorry, delete according to whether or not you work for the government, SIRS, Blue, the Kellys or Albion. According to a SIRS official, DedSec is no longer a threat, which I guess is true in that it was never a threat in the first place. Reminds me of when my great aunt Gladys had her appendix out. Oh, Andy, that surgeon's a real threat, waggling that knife and trying to knock me out. What they call a scalpel in an anaesthetic, Gladys. Anyway, if SIRS officials say DedSec is dead and buried, I guess we have to assume that DedSec's never been stronger. But I do worry, Alice. I mean, sometimes I think, is there any hope? Do you still have hope?
I don't think I'm allowed to have hope. We're living in this self-selected algorithm can designate information equivalent of a propaganda state, and every resistance that I've ever seen is weaker than this town. I feel like hope is
All right, we're here. What now?
There doesn't seem to be any obvious peril, does there? Have a seat and I'll ping back the IP sending us the distress signal.
Miss? Thanks for the flip phone, I guess, but I'm confused.
It's a cryptophone. It's secure. Every device on CTOS can be compromised. If we're overheard, we're dead. Both of us.
Who is this?
Not important. What matters is that I have inside information on SIRS, and I believe the people who framed you are rogue officers. And loath as I am to say it, DedSec may be my only hope to stop them.
All right, well listen, but no promises.
Good. I hid coordinates to a meeting place on a device in that establishment.
Bagley? Sabine? What are we walking into here?
All right, that's a wrinkle. So this SIRS bloke says Zero Day are a bunch of Secret Service dickheads. I mean, I suppose it does make sense. The bombings were too sophisticated for randos, but SIRS could pull it off.
Officially, SIRS, or the Signals Intelligence Response Service, uses surveillance data drawn from CTOS to identify large-scale terrorist and criminal threats. Then they send Albion to shoot the threats in the face. For example,
And in the wake of escalating violence in London, the SIRS is extending the right to use lethal force to law enforcement and Albion securities.
unofficially, SIRS uses your data to read your mind and arrest you for having naughty thoughts.
So we have means and opportunity, which leaves motive. SIRS are fascist pricks, but they're supposed to stop groups like Zero Day from doing terrorist shite. Why cause one? When you meet this guy, ask.
As you know, we keep
Speaking from a secure location, here's new technology strategist Charles, who worked all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of the data assault.
If you have enough personal data on somebody, you're able to predict what it is that they're going to do. You can tell what they might be passionate about, but mostly you can tell.
Guys, our SIRS contact isn't here and it looks like there was a fight.
SIRS may be onto him. If you get access to the area's surveillance infrastructure, I can rebuild the scene in AR.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
That's done it. Now return to the scene and I'll reconstruct what happened to our contact.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
That appears to be our contact.
Fuck me sideways.
Yes, it certainly doesn't look like his best day, does it? Analyze the clues in the AR workspace to find out what happened to him. This is a non-lethal weapon, so odds are he's still alive, though he may not want to be.
Don't let the tit-head get away.
They've taken our SIRS contact away, but they may still be nearby. I can reconstruct the vehicle's path from unsecured CCTV recordings. That should allow you to follow it.
This is London Calling. You're here with me, Tash, the Buccaneer. Your source for what they don't need.
Fuck!
In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. Seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Blue so hungry to get hold of our private information and our metadata? What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives again? What is privacy in the digital world? And what happens when capitalism and surveillance become one? As you know, we keep all names.
The reconstruction's nearly finished, and so's our contact if you don't hurry.
New technology strategist Charles, who worked all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of the data assault.
If you have enough personal data on somebody, you're able to predict what it is that they're going to do. You can tell what they might be passionate about, but mostly you can tell what they fear. And if you can tell what someone fears, then you can manipulate them and you can move them in particular directions. Data is collected.
It looks like our contact's assailants stopped here, but I can't see them near data to see if we can find out where they went.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Our contact's assailants are switching vehicles to elude pursuers, which is standard operating procedure for private military burgs like Albion.
The mercenaries? Shouldn't they be sirs?
What can I tell you? They're mercenaries. If you keep looking, you might find out why they're interested in an SIRS whistleblower. I've completed a thorough analysis of the vehicle and concluded it is a van.
Don't be a dick, Bagley. What else?
Well, I could also mention that the minute traces of sand in the tire tracks indicate that it's been on a construction site recently. But you know me, hate to sound like a smartass. Our I've been scanning nearby construction yards for Albion activity and, long story short, some dozy git has forgotten to turn off the security camera in the makeshift torture room.
Put it on the screen.
I'm not who you think I am. I swear. You're Malik, a SIRS officer and a leaky fucking twat. It's not me. I swear to God. Please, please.
Well, that seems fine, but maybe we should go and check on them anyway. Bagley, can you give me a map thingy?
Lots of predictive. It's not only interested in knowing what we're going to do, but influencing the patterns of our movement. So technologies might suggest routes to use in the city, places to go, restaurants to go to, cafes to go to, music to listen to.
It's cool, calm. I'm DedSec. You called us.
Of course. You shouldn't have come here. Now they'll know for sure I've betrayed them.
We just saved you.
No, you've just damned us both. Look, I'll upload the intelligence onto an anonymous FTP. It'll explain everything.
Nah, you're gonna explain it first.
My name is Richard Malik. I'm an intelligence analyst. I believe Zero Day are rogue SIRS officers who framed you for the bombings to seize power. Now they're murdering or blackmailing anyone who threatens them, which now somehow includes me.
Okay. We'll see what Bagley says about the intel. Just don't make me regret this, man.
That I can't promise.
Malik has made his way out, and now I suggest you do the same.
Okay, I guess that was pretty cool. Can we look at the stuff he sent us? Please.
All right, 1 second.
Bagley, examine his intel and call a meeting.
This is London Calling. You're listening to me, Tash, on Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. This time we're turning our focus back on the media to look at my former employer, the GBB. As we know, the broadcaster has been through a lot of changes since the Hassani government gave in to pressure from his corporate backers.
There's too many unknown variables here. We should walk away.
I beg to differ. Lou.
I'm here. Are you ready to begin?
Here's the gist. Malik's intelligence checks out. A rogue faction of SARS officers framed DedSec for the bombings to consolidate power over the government. But now they've noticed that some people are standing up to the new order, and they're blaming you.
I believe these are the people you call Zero Day. I don't know their names, but it's safe to assume they have a ringleader. And in my experience overseas, removing the leader...
Sure. Take out the leader, take out Zero Day. But why now?
2 weeks ago, a shell company connected with Zero Day's operations imported 40 kilos of Semtex from an old Soviet bloc depot. But it never left London, which means Zero Day is planning a bombing that will make those earlier bombings look like a bonfire. And I think I know why.
As we're all now painfully aware, false flag attacks are a common propaganda tool for despots. Kill a load of people and the rest fall into line behind whoever says they won't let it happen again. In this case, Zero Day.
Which means we both want to discover who's pulling Zero Day strings and stop them.
We need to get hold of the personnel dossiers of anyone connected with the earlier bombings and their cover-up. Then Malik and I can analyze their common connections and work out who's in charge of Zero Day.
And I'll be on the comm to observe.
So if Malik's right, Zero Day are some kind of shadowy cabal of spies who blew up half the city to secretly take control of the government. But now they're pissed off that someone's standing up to them, so they're going to do it again. That's awful.
I agree. You'd think they'd come up with something besides another bombing. Bit of a double beat, isn't it?
Is this our fault somehow? Like, Zero Day is only doing this because we're standing up to them?
Cut that victim-blaming shit. I'd rather get blown up 1,000 times than lie down just so some wannabe tyrants can stamp on my face.
my directions. Understand? Getting the fuck out of here. That's my cue to retreat.
Stop! Please, stop! Reporting people you know or suspect of possessing illegal items.
What? Is your back?
All right, we're here.
You're stealing SIR's personnel dossiers. The organization is strictly compartmentalized, so they aren't stored in one central location.
Cool. So we're spying on spies. Love it. Wait. So how are we going to do that?
SIRS uses a supercomputer called Filament to process information drawn from the CTOS network. It's like Noodle if you could use it to search every document on every civilian, government, or commercial device everywhere in the United Kingdom. Instantly.
Fuck me sideways.
You can be horrified if you want, but it's saved thousands of lives. Get access to a Filament terminal and I'll provide you with the search terms.
Location on the 1033, advised conditions.
Searching the area near the alarm. Drone, begin searching sequence.
Sending location on the 1033. Advised conditions.
So this is Filament. Impressive. I can help you break in, but we're going to leave a trail, unless of course Malik has an idea.
There. I persuaded Filament Security to log that Spiderbot's activity as system maintenance.
Thanks. How suspiciously helpful of you.
It's not like the movies. Spies aren't the police. I believe in working with the lesser evils like DedSec to protect society from the greater ones.
So why did Zero Day kill all my friends?
There are differing schools of thought.
Spy shit acquired. Da-na, na-na-na-na-na, na-na.
Well done, love.
Begin searching.
Check your doors and corners.
Oh.
I've had quite enough of this.
Must have got away. All right, let's wrap this up.
All units, proceed to a live location of knowledge, All units, I say again, all units, we have reports of a hostile in your area, over. Investigate him. Stand by. Can anyone see the suspect?
Negative. No sign of suspect. Over. That's it. I'm calling off the pursuit.
Here, I've got the list of nasty spies for you.
Right, so we do a simple CTOS contact analysis and work out who's in charge of Zero Day. I'll have it done before you can say Guantanamo.
I'll handle the classified data, thank you very much.
It would be so much faster if I worked with you in order to do this.
The people in these dossiers are connected, but not necessarily complicit. It will take intelligence expertise to separate the wheat from the chaff. And when I discover something actionable, I will contact you.
He's disconnected. Pleasant fella. I have Malik for you.
Come on.
We have to meet. There's been a complication. I can't access the files you stole.
Wait, what?
The files are locked, and a moment after we got them, I received this.
Hello, Richard. We see you're trying to find us by looking into our associates. That's a good idea. Hope you don't mind if we borrow it. Who was your masked savior, we wonder?
I've sent Bagley the coordinates for a meeting. I hope I don't need to explain why this is a priority.
This time we're turning our focus back on the media to look at my former employer, the GBB. As we know, the broadcaster has...
I found a potential recruit for you. Drop in a pin on your map.
Corporation. Today, the GBB is a shadow of its former self. It's become a tool used by the government to circulate fake news and misinformation. So how did we get here? Where did it all go wrong? How can we tell when our national media has become state propaganda? Our experts speak on conditions of anonymity for their own safety. Here's disinformation and media expert Charles, who's seen free broadcasting built up by journalists and torn down by demagogues all over the world.
So before the media fragmented, there was this voice of authority that was trusted and worthy of trust. Then what we ended up with is
This is London Calling. You're listening to News Platform
Suspects reported
your
near
source for
location.
what they don't want you to know.
Received.
This time
Responding
we're
to the
turning our
situation
focus back
now.
on the media to look at my former employer, the GBB. As we know, the broadcasting has been through a lot of changes since the Hassani government gave into pressure to its corporate backers and privatised the corporation.
Negative.
Today, the
No
GBB
vision
is
of
a
the
shadow of
suspect.
its former self. It's become a tool used by the government to circulate fake news and misinformation. So how did we get here? Where did it all go wrong?
Diego.
How can we tell when our national
Control, put out an APW. Target is gone.
I'm listening. I'm seriously serious. Oh, you're being long right now, you know.
No, don't get up. I need a high-ranking SIRS officer's biometrics, eyes and fingers.
No way, man. I'm not risking my ass for eyes.
Keep your voice down. The data was encrypted.
Who cares? The bagman can crack it.
Not faster than I could, and I've tried. It's hopeless in the time we have. Look, if you don't help me, 0 Day wins, which means we all die.
Fuck me. So for the finger, like one knuckle, two?
No. High-res photos will do. The problem is it has to be the acting Home Office liaison, and SIRS will burn their credentials if they're attacked. It's protocol. So you'll have to get them the old-fashioned way.
Torture?
Christ, no. Develop a relationship. Get someone close and take the photos covertly.
Okay, cool. Easy.
This part of the craft can be ugly. Send someone who can handle it.